Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Where's Wetzler. I'm your host, Mark Wetzler. You know what? I'm going to turn off my heater because it's really loud and annoying. Today, I'm going to show you a duel I played the other day. The question of today's video is, do I have what it takes to make it to 1400? Should I make a road to 1400? So let's get started on this video. Here I'm waiting for an opponent. And there was video that I recorded that goes along with this, but I'm going to do the video that I'm recording now. Eventually I got an opponent. It was Gus YYZ. And we started off in this location in Argentina. It wasn't hard to know that it was Argentina, but it was hard to figure out how far south to go. I went Mendoza, I think, and it ended up being, let's see, a little further south as I switch to full screen here. No, it was Mendoza. My guess was amazing, and they went Southern Peru. Why do I always forget that? It was an insane way to start off the duel. I was super stoked. Moving along to Russia, Ukraine. Nothing too crazy about this one. I didn't find any signs or anything, but I did get a decent guess, at least latitude-wise. I mean, kind of lucky. Yeah, I went east of Kazan. It was west of Kazan. I once had a job offer in Kazan to teach English. Little known fact. In 2018, I turned it down. I always wonder what would happen if I hadn't turned it down. As many of you probably do when you wake up and you think about what would have happened, what would have become of my life if I hadn't turned that Kazan job opportunity down. It's a question that plagues us. Here we are in Brazil. Kind of lush rolling hills Brazil makes me think like Goiás, Bahia, Sao Paulo. Honestly, I don't really know. There were some like baobab type trees that were kind of throwing me off. Let's skip ahead though so you guys don't get bored. Oh, I did find a 77 area code, but I've forgotten most of my Brazilian area codes. I know the 8s are up northeast. I know the 9s are like straight north. I know like the 4s and the 5s are south. I know the teens are around Rio and Sao Paulo. I know the 6s are like Tocantins is 63. I do remember that. I think Acre is like 68 or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Either way, I went Bahia because I did find a BA on that sign. And my opponent, as you will see, also goes Bahia. Troca de olho. So at this point, you know, we're kind of even. I had that one good round at the beginning. As we move to Europe, where I have no idea. Actually, no. The reason I don't have any idea where we are is because we're not in Europe here. We're in Canada. This real estate sign, I mean, it says for sale, tipped me off. Insulators looked Canadian, I think, if I remember correctly. Street signs, I think, looked a little more Canadian too. So I go interior BC here. With how green it is, you gotta go further east in a situation like this. If it's actually going to be Okanagan, like Kelowna, Kamloops area, it's going to be drier. If it's greener, you got to go towards Fernie, Cranbrook, which is exactly where this is. So, a little bit of a inaccuracy on my part there, but that's okay. First points of the match lost. You know what? And this is easy Poland. It's kind of mountainous. Problem is most of southern Poland is kind of hilly. So, like, where do you go? Do you go east? Do you go west? Do you go central? I guess you hedge central. That would make sense. A little further east in this situation, but my opponent went Czechia. They probably missed that sign. Here we have Indo. And it says Purwakarta there. Kabupaten Purwakarta. So, I don't know where Purwakarta is. I don't know my Kabupaten. But, I mean, you got Yogyakarta in the central south of Java. You've got Jakarta, the city, in the western part. So, is it pronounced Jakarta? in Indonesian? Is it Jakarta? Let me know in the comments if you know. I mean, I guess I could look that. Never mind. Don't let me know. I'll Google it. It's probably Jakarta. I'm sure it is. But yeah, because it's not Java. Anyway. Don't listen to me. It's still too early. I need more caffeine. So I went just kind of Central Java. Ended up being further west, but we're okay. That was. I'm almost winning here. As we move into Mexico, really easily recognizable. I want to pause it here because here you can see a Mexican street sign. It says Calle Tamaulipas. Obviously, this is not Tamaulipas. Tamaulipas is a state in northeastern Mexico, but this is just a street named after it. We've got Barrio de Dolores, so we know what neighborhood we're in. If we could read the top left here, it would probably tell us which city we're in. And it does have a postal code. So this is a meta I've never seen talked about, but the street signs in Mexico generally have postal codes. And obviously the postal codes are location specific. And if you were to learn the Mexican postal codes, you could get some really crack guesses. The problem is that not all the street signs, well, there are a few problems. Not all the street signs have the postal codes. It can be really hard to find street signs in Mexico. And also, even if you find them, sometimes it's hard to even distinguish the number. Anyway, I don't know the postal codes. I know that there's some, like the 20s are in Baja. So like, that's all I know. And I think 16 is maybe Mexico City or something. Or 60, I don't remember. Anyway, I don't really find anything here, but you can kind of tell that it's Central Plain, like Mexico City area, just because of the trees, these like pine trees. I'll see if I'll show you when we can see them. Yeah, those ones. These ones here, and you can't see my mouse because I haven't figured out how to do that. These pine trees here are very like Mexico City, but even more like what's the city just south of Mexico City? Toluca. Yeah, those remind me super like just like Central Highlands. Those like long conical pines. Anyway, I don't find it. They don't find it, but it's basically Mexico City. So we'll skip ahead. I mean, it's what, Tlaxcala or whatever? I don't know. Tula. Anyway, moving along to triple damage. Where are we? Oh, yes. This is when I thought we were in South Dakota. I need to go back and look at what my opponent found here because I went South Dakota and it was North Dakota and my opponent essentially 5K'd. And I really want to see what they saw. Like, maybe it was just a really lucky plonk. Like they knew it was North Dakota and they kind of just went West Central. I don't know. Anyway, we come to India. I'm crap at India. But actually it says Puducherry right here. It says all these cities right here. I did not know where Puducherry was. So I could have scanned for it, I guess. I ended up looking at these cities. And mostly I ended up just skipping ahead and finding some script. This script right here. That reminded me of like southeastern or South India. And that's what I went for. Down in Tamil Nadu, I think. Yeah, but you can see Puducherry just screaming. Right there. But I still won. I was so stoked. I feel like I'm shaking off the cobwebs a little bit, guys. Getting rid of the rust. Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I ready for a Road to 1400 series? Do I have what it takes to get to 1400? I don't know. I think I do. It would take some work. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.